Thank you again. Our next speaker is Arish Sahni. He is a Hindu from Pakistan who moved to India and is now here to speak to us all.
God bless America. Namaste. I stand before you and feel proud of living in the United States. This country is like a heaven on earth. I was born in Rawalpindi, now in Pakistan. We were forced to leave our ancestral land and because we were Hindus. We fled to India in 1947 and in 1971 I migrated to USA. There are millions like me in USA who have come from different countries. What is the status of my Hindu brothers and sisters left behind in Pakistan and Bangladesh? To quote Hindu American Foundation report endorsed by several US congressmen and senators, in 1947, during partition, Hindus in Pakistan are about 25% population of the Pakistan. Listen again. 1947, during partition, Hindus in Pakistan are about 25% population of Pakistan. Today, after 60 years, the population is reduced to 1%. What happened to the millions of Hindus in Pakistan? Mostly were forced to convert or many fled the country. The report quotes that alarming trend of Hindu girls being kidnapped, raped, and held in madrasas and forcefully converted. Government sanctions discrimination through blasphemy laws. Just yesterday, area captured by Taliban forced followers of Sikh religion to vacate their homes and business for not paying oppressive jizya tax. In 1947 is what is Bangladesh today. Hindus were 30% of the population. Listen again, in 1947, what Bangladesh is today, Hindus were 30% of the population. Today, they are less than 10% of the population. What happened to all those Hindus in Bangladesh? The report quotes daily acts of murder, rape, kidnapping, temple destruction, and physical intimidation. Government has Vested Property Act allows to capture property of Hindus anytime, where nearly 1.2 million families have their properties taken over by the government. What about Hindus in majority India? In one area of India where Hindus are minority, Kashmir Valley, 300,000 Hindus were driven out by radical Islamists from their homes using rape, murder, and intimidation. They are living in camps for last 18 years. In just 4 years, can you imagine being forced to live as refugees in your own country? Can you imagine if you have a daughter, you can never know when she will be kidnapped and converted? Can you imagine witnessing destruction of your worship places that has thousands of years of history being blown out to pieces? Can you imagine worship places being converted to slaughterhouses? This is what radical Islamists are capable of doing. This is a violation of human rights and pure genocide by radical Islam. Now the question is, do you want to live under radical Islam? Do you know what radical Islam is? Do you know what happens when radical Islam takes over your neighborhood? Do you know under radical Islam, no other religion can exist? Jews, Christians, and Hindus, Sikhs will be just killed. Now there are 57 Islamic nations in this world. 57 Islamic nations in this world. The radical Islamists in several of these countries want to convert whole world to Islam. We read in the news media that radical Islam wants to put his flag on White House. Can you imagine? They want to take over Europe and India by brainwashing Muslims to increase the population. Do you know the history of radical Islam? Does so-called political correct journalists have any idea what is in store for the future of the humanity? In the last 1400 years, listen to this carefully, in last 1400 years, radical Islam is the cause of the murder of 270 million people, 120 million Africans, 60 million Christians, 80 million Hindus, 6 and 10 million Buddhists. In 1399, Sultan Timur massacred 100,000 Hindus, and today the mountain is called Hindu Kush, the slaughter of Hindus. Did you know that today's Taliban dominated areas such as Pakistan and Afghanistan and caused 9/11 attack just few years ago, filled with followers of non-violent and gentle Buddhist religion? According to well-known American historian Will Durant, Islamic invasion of India is probably the bloodiest story of history of humankind. Many historians say the Holocaust of Hindus in last 1400 years is much bigger than the Holocaust of Jews and Gypsies. Are you going to sit and do nothing? Are you going to sit and do nothing? Will our politicians let radical Islam take over USA? Will you allow radical Islam to take our freedom and education system and control lives of our children and women? Will you like the Sharia law under which girls can get no education and the women will have to cover their body with black burqa? Will you allow politically correct media allowed to dull our minds to the threat of radical Islam? Will you sit back and watch while radical Islamists subvert democracy by urging Muslims to increase population by 8 to 10 times and then to take over our population? Can you imagine? Europe is lost from the free world. What is really less than 3 decades under current demographic studies. Will you also ponder over the question as to who is responsible for spreading the radical Islam all over the world? Is it Saudi Arabia and few new converts to Islam? Saudis are spending billions of dollars in USA to control our financial institution, education system, print and electronic media, and financially backing mosques and teach intolerance. While countries like Pakistan are foot soldiers, Saudi Arabia is funder of the terrorism today. Just read about what Saudi Arabia teaches children about other religions and ponder why so many educated Saudis committed barbaric in 9/11. Unfortunately, the ancestor of many Muslims today went through these brutal experiences. The first victim of radical Islamists is Muslims. It seeks to force half of our population of Muslim and women as a second-class citizen. We need to join hands with the Muslim brothers and sisters who see through this and have the courage to speak against them and join the hands of all humanity. Radical Islam is alien culture and not fit for this era. It is a brutal past. It is being revived by Western petrodollars to rogue countries such as Saudi Arabia and would not allow any other religion to practice in their country. I would urge and request law enforcement officials to keep a watch on activities of the radical Islamists and organizations such as CARE and Muslim Brotherhood. Freedom does not come free. Fight against radical Islam. Read all about radical Islam and educate yourself and your congressmen and senators about it. Take media to task and let them not cause the suicide of our culture in the name of radical correctness. Make sure the freedom of expression guaranteed under the Constitution is protected. Once again, God bless America and Namaskar. Thank you.